Hi, Judy. I thought you did a really great job explaining the state of Maryland's regulations regarding informed consent as well as the ACA Code of Ethics. There were a few things I found really interesting about the informed consent that you reviewed. So similarly to mine, the informed consent did not include fees. I know that in your video you said that your informed consent form did say that that would be discussed at the first counseling appointment. My informed consent did not include fees at all, other than cancellation fees. I think it's really important to include fees because as someone who lives, on a limited budget, as most people do, it's important to know how much something's going to cost before you ever go for the initial visit. And I think that's important that our clients don't go to a visit and maybe it's way more expensive than they anticipated and then feel like counseling is maybe something out of their reach. Another thing that I found interesting is that the informed consent you reviewed stated that the treatment would be discussed at the first meeting. So my informed consent just stated that they have several counselors with different treatment plans, and that it's important that you discuss those with your counselor to make sure that that counselor is a good fit for you. So I thought that was interesting that it's not something that they kind of have advertised elsewhere, unless that's just something that I didn't find when I was looking. But it does sound like Virginia and Maryland both have similar regulations regarding informed consent. Virginia's they don't have a lot that's different from the ACA Code of Ethics. So it's pretty standard, I guess, across states what is required. It's interesting to me that in some states the informed consent without the fees and without the treatment that you'll be receiving, that informed consent is still considered valid. I know where I work, those things have to be included and that they would not be considered valid.